Yo, what is up, guys? So I'm here to talk about something that is blowing up right now in the Overwatch community, and that has to do with apparently the #1 Torbjorn actually getting banned. Now, it was a short duration, so I'll leave all the links down below to showcase off like where I'm getting my information. But basically, there's this guy that's Torbjorn. He was actually a top 500 Torb, apparently the best Torb. I didn't even know that there was that many people that played Torb. But anyways, yeah, he was a good player, like in terms of like, you know, ranking wise. But yeah, he actually got banned during his live stream, and yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Now, because he's a streamer, I would say generally streamers don't get very toxic, so I want to say that like his ban wasn't for other reasons, because a lot of people are saying like there's something else, there's more to the story here that you know, we're not getting that information on. Now, I mean, when I look at a game and let's say like, you know, there's a game, it's anywhere from like, you know, Masters to Grandmasters, and one person gets a Torbjorn, and if it's the other team, yo, that's sweet, dude. I am ready to go into that game. I'm ready to say, hey, guys, they got a one-trick Torbjorn. Let's get a ferret. Let's absolutely just destroy him. But if he's on my team, you best believe if it doesn't work, I'm going to ask nicely to be, yo, I don't think this Torb's working. Get your ass off, Torbjorn. But the thing is that, like, some people, they only play one hero, and asking them to swap off could actually make it worse. Now, again, some people are saying that there's probably more to the story. And again, because he's a streamer, I want to say that usually streamers are a lot less toxic, especially if they're streaming, because, you know, that is the thing that people that are not streaming are more willing to do. Not saying that because you're a streamer, you're not going to be toxic, but it tends to happen a lot less. But overall, like, apparently they responded to his post because he tried to appeal it. And basically, to sum this up over here, if you guys want to read the full thing, you can pause it or you can screenshot it, whatever. But really what it comes down to is they're saying that we didn't ban him for picking Torbjorn. It's because he wasn't cooperating with his teammates. And they've said before that you couldn't be banned for being a one-trick. Now, they also said before they weren't going to enforce the rules where you could only have one of each hero on the team. But obviously, that did change later down the line. Now, to fix this, a lot of people are saying just enable roll queue. Wow, get solo ulted by Genji. But anyways, what it really comes down to is that would kind of fix the frustration. Because, again, if you get put into a game where your DPS is Torb, let's say that you're in a game, Masters, whatever, the highest, you know, level of SR on your team happens to be a Torbjorn, and their highest level of SR, like their carry role, their DPS role, is like a high-level McCree. Which one would you rather have? I don't think there's anyone who would say, yo, I want that Torbjorn on my team. It's just not going to realistically happen. And that's kind of frustration that happens before the game even starts, which sets it up to be a very, very bad, start of a game. That's before you even get to play. You're already going to be frustrated because you have this player. And again, I want to say that the guy didn't really do anything other than pick Torb, because that's apparently what a lot of people are defending him on. Again, there's a few people saying that it could have been something else, like he was toxic, but what's happening is people are just reporting him because he's picking Torb. While I don't really enjoy having a Torbjorn on my team when it's attack, you know, if it's defense, it's not that bad as far as, like, you know, the players complaining about it. But again, when it becomes an attack position, usually people will complain about having a Torbjorn. Now, is that his fault for just really liking Torb and playing Torb? I mean, a lot of people are defending him and saying, you know, he bought the game, he can play the game however he wants, but it causes frustrations with the other 5 players that you're playing with. Torbjorn might not be the best pick, but if he picks him, and let's say it doesn't work, obviously people are going to ask him to swap off. But if they look at his account, they'll be like, oh, he's a one-trick Torb, we have to work around it. So then you're forced to play something that you don't want to play, which then causes, again, more problems. And again, people are like, just have roll queue. It would solve the problem instantly, which I'm like, that doesn't solve the problem, because if you go with roll queue, they're enforcing some sort of meta, whether it's like 2-2-2, or if you want to roll queue for like dive comp, you can do that. Or I just really don't know how to fix it, because even in League of Legends, if someone, you know, selects support and they pick like a Kali, or, you know, just a role that isn't support, but they say, oh, I'm going to play playing support, that again creates another problem, because what if someone says, yo, I will play support, and then you get like a Symmetra as like a support? That will still cause problems. even though there are players that are really good Symmetra players, the thing is that, like, what if you get 2 Symmetra supports? Like, Symmetra only. Like, there still becomes a problem with that. So they would have to enforce some type of, like, you have to play this hero, or maybe when you queue up, you say, like, I want a Mercy, I want a Zenyatta, I want this. And again, that's just, like, too much work. So the game developers, you know, are kind of in this bad spot. You know, what does JF Kaplan do in this scenario? Like, what do we want to be enforced in this scenario? Like I said, they did technically say before that they weren't going to force having this idea of only 1 hero per team, but obviously that did change. So who knows, maybe that they will make one in the future, but I still don't think that will actually solve the problem. And I don't want to say that this Torbjorn deserves a ban, but at the same time, it does cause frustration. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, that's the hero he wants to play. If he's not allowed to play that character, what do you do? Do you make it so that person that's playing that character, let's say that they get like 0 kills and they die over and over, do you then force them to swap off? Like, okay, you've died too many times as this hero, you have to swap to another hero. Or, I don't know, maybe you can make it so everyone in the team can vote for that player to swap off, but then you're forcing that player to play another character that then might not feel comfortable playing, which is another problem with Overwatch when you get like 4 Mercy mains on your team, right? I've seen that happen on both teams. And like when they get 4 Mercy mains, I'm talking about Mercy only mains. I'm not talking about Mercies that can, you know, play Zenyatta or they play Lucio. Most of the time it's always like Mercy and Diva mains, right? But for the most part, that is also a problem because you're still forced to be playing a hero that you're not comfortable playing. But the problem is you got to be able to swap characters in this game because, you know, sometimes one character might not be the best in that scenario. But with one trick, is always going to be that hero. So I really don't know how to solve this problem. Again, does this guy deserve being banned? In my personal opinion, no. But at the same time, he's causing frustration before the game even starts, which causes, you know, toxicity before we even get to push any buttons in the game because they just look at his profile. Well, I guess you could push buttons to check out the profile. But I'm saying before you even get to play the game, you're already frustrated. Your team's frustrated. They're asking him to swap off. He's probably like, oh gosh, dude, I get this every game. And that's just going to be something that those one tricks are going to have to deal with. But if you're a one trick Mercy or Soldier or like, you know, certain other heroes that are seen as like, oh dude, that's totally fine, then obviously people won't complain, especially if they're the meta heroes at the time. But again, I just don't know how to solve this. I don't think there is a solution to this. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts down below if you guys think he should have been banned or if he shouldn't have been banned, or how do you even fix this though? Because legitimately, I feel like there's really not a solution to fixing this because either way, someone's going to be frustrated. And because there's 5 other players on the team, especially when you're in the higher ranks, generally people are more lenient to off picks. They're not going to scream in the microphone. I feel like screaming in the microphone, that's more around like plat and diamond. You know, sometimes in like bronze, silver, they just don't have microphones, so you won't hear the complaints. But I'd say plat and diamond, you'll definitely see people complain. But like when they're in that high level, a lot of people are like, okay, he got there playing this character, therefore I'm going to, you know, just assume that the guy can, you know, do his job with this role. But again, I feel like if Blizzard really wants to try to solve it, obviously it's going to be better to make 5 people happy than the 1 person. I mean, it'll give them less complaints overall, but is it the right thing? I don't think so. And again, I don't think that there is a right way to do it. I think maybe the best solution would be like if all 5 people on your team really want this guy to swap off, and he doesn't swap off, it would like mark them. Like it would say that like this player is an uncooperative player, and what will happen is they get put into other games with uncooperative players so they can understand the frustration. I don't know, maybe that would be a good thing. Maybe that would make the game even worse. I don't know, but again, there's 5 other people that are obviously going to be in a bad scenario where it's just 1. It just seems like it's the lesser of the 2 evils, but you guys let me know your thoughts on this down below. But that's where I want to end it off in this video. So let me know your thoughts down below. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll climb to Grandmasters and console soon, and I'll be giving you guys some more good gameplay. There's actually a lot of things that I want to do with this channel as far as Overwatch content, but I want to talk about this today. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the vid. If you did, slap a like on it. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for more fidget spinner videos.